Justice League Dark #3, James Tynion the fourth, and Alvaro Martinez, of course, on the art. The Upside Down Man is here.
Oh yeah.
I love this concept. He stole magic, and there was a reason why it was locked away, and now we're gonna punish you for it.
And when he says you stole magic, he just means the human race in general. Like people, thousands of years ago stole magic, and now he's here to, punish everyone for it.
I love the idea that he's given himself this body, and it's like, this is close enough, right?
Close enough, yeah.
Honestly, the only thing I don't like about Upside Down Man is that he calls himself Upside Down Man. He says, you can call me the Upside Down Man. To me, that's a name where they start calling him that because it's the only thing that they can think of. Because they refer to him as the Upside Down Man. Yeah. But him giving himself that name is weird to me. I don't like that.
It's very weird, but I got over it real quick because I like the contents of this issue.
I love this issue.
How it started with Zatanna and her dad making sure, okay, do all these tricks, know how to do them. Okay, now know how to do them with magic.
Yeah, because basically what he was saying is that you're tricking everyone to think that it's just a trick, but it's actually really magic. So you're concealing from people who we don't want to know that magic exists,
Right.
And it kind of feeds into the idea that we don't want these where we stole magic from. We don't want them coming in afterwards because they know we've got magic.
Like magic itself. There's a wand and there's this, and it's all it's a distraction. It's a sleight of hand.
I'm enjoying just the concept of these cold opens, because we got the Wonder Woman one last issue. Now we got the Zatanna.
I think what I like about it is that it flips, because like you say, like actual magic and magic tricks in real life, it's a sleight of hand where you're tricking people into, so that you can trick them and then have the reveal of, hey, some magic happened, but it was just a trick. It was a sleight of hand. This is flipping it on its head and saying, no, the sleight of hand is convincing the people who know about magic that there's no actual magic here.
Yeah. It's clever.
And that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And I just love how there's a structured order to this, because you have I like how it ties into Naboo and the gods of order and the gods of chaos, and their delicate balance, and
it's Fate.
It's just
Fate's the one who's opened the door and said, "Come on in, Upside Down Man."
Well, not necessarily Fate. It was Naboo.
Well, sure, yeah, that's what I meant. But yeah.
So
Bobo's dead. Bobo melted. He's gone
for a hot second.
It is a phenomenal image, that panel of him melting.
Oh yeah.
Not just that. What got me was the afterwards was Mad Bat going, I could put him back together through science.
Science can fix him.
Yeah. And he puts him into a jar. He's got like a vase with the goop of Bobo Detective Chimp in it.
In the jar that contains the what's his name?
Khalid.
Khalid. Yeah.
And obviously they show before this as well that he actually cuts Upside Down Man almost completely in half, but then the Upside Down Man's magic just kind of reforms him, so he's unkillable right now. With the exception of one thing that hurts him towards the end. They can't hurt him or kill him in any way. I mean, Swamp Thing basically says, "I'm going to become giant Swamp Thing to deal with this." Right? I've had enough of this nonsense.
Mental bark wings antler Swamp Man, Swamp Thing, which is my favorite Swamp Thing.
This isn't Swamp Thing. This is Swamp God.
Yes, Swamp God.
I love this.
This is
Swamp God.
This is Swampzilla, right? That's what we're calling him.
There you go.
Swampzilla.
Just
Kaiju Swamp Thing.
The wings and antler look is such a cool look.
It's working for me.
Yeah, because he's done this before in other issues. I can't remember if it was during Snyder or during Soul, but he's done this form before. So, just not on the scale where he's essentially a kaiju. But yeah, and then Upside Down Man just deals with them like he's setting fire to brush. Yeah, just like you're whatever.
Constantine's like, fine, all right, I got this.
Okay, so you're the Constantine aficionado here. What's up with the demon blood? Is that a part of his thing?
Yeah, I think so. From what I recall, it's been a while. Okay. It plays back to the start of this issue. How they always channel through something.
Right.
He made a deal with the demon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and I like how Upside Down Man tries to extract it from him.
Yeah, because he's actually he's floating like he's like a possessed character in a possession movie, and the blood's coming out of him. And then, so we had Detective Chimp get melted, we had Swamp Thing get heat waved, And then we had Constantine getting like blood extracted from all of his orifices. You just see blood flowing out of him.
Sanguinated, I believe is the word.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a fancy word.
Exsanguinated or desanguinated?
Sanguination is when you lose all the blood. So
yeah.
But the wild card that he's not expecting, the Upside Down Man's not expecting, is Wonder Woman. Her shield actually, repels his magic. Yeah. And he's confused by this, and he touches her and kind of reveals the magic from within, and that's when she goes all glowing. She has the symbol on her head, the sort of the full moon with the two.
Symbol.
Yeah, the Hecate.
Hecate.
Yeah, which I mean, I would describe that as like a moon with two half moons on either side.
Well, it reminds me of Enchantress. Her.
Yeah.
On her, it reminds me of that, and I wonder if they're connected.
No, it could be actually.
But he's like, oh, that actually hurts me. Oh, this is interesting now. So he retreats, but he's like, okay, this is going to be more interesting than I thought. But as he's retreating,
note she still has to channel it through Zatanna's backwards magic.
Sure, yeah. But as this light's going on and this is all happening, he's retreating. The melted Detective Chimp reforms and Swamp Thing reforms, and everything kind of goes back to the way it was. Which obviously that I feel like this issue, nothing in this issue matters in terms of like the deaths and what happens to them. But the whole point of this is to show that how powerful he is, and that this is what might happen when he comes back, and he comes back full force. It's
and to him it's just, this is interesting now. Yeah. All right, let's see what you got.
It's the threat now.
Well, because he is the darkness, and it's kind of reminding me of Phantoms, that really terrible Ben Affleck movie.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, where it's this creature that had believed it was the great darkness for years and years and years, and it might have been at one point, but it's definitely believing it now. So, yeah, just the way that he talks about it and whatnot, it's really good.
Yeah, no, it was a great issue. It's very focused. It's just one big fight. All in the opening flashback. It's this one big fight, and just discovering how powerful he is, what he can do. He flat out kills like 3 members of the team, but it gets reversed when he leaves.
Atmosphere to it all, though.
Yeah, but there's also that tease about Zatara that now was when he's going after Zatanna. Is he just telling her this to affect him, or does he really have Zatara in prison? And he's trying to command him backwards.
Yeah. That's what he says. He says over and over again. He's screaming, "Release me backwards," or whatever the exact phrase is.
Right.
Yeah.
And that really hit. Do you know what's funny? Because I'm not a big magic guy, but I think when it works for me is when it's the idea that there's this
rules.
It's not all of rules, but it's when you make it more of a horror thing, and it's the idea of this force of nature, this foreboding presence that's unstoppable, and that's what he's doing right now with the Upside Down Man, and I'm really liking that.
Yeah. And they even refer to themselves, whatever these creatures are, we are the horror. And then it just adds that whole Lovecraftian element to it too, because we can't perceive their forms. This is the closest thing, when he makes the Upside Down Man. It's because
this is you can comprehend this.
Exactly. So I like all that.
And I want to give a shout out to the art, because the art's like that giant something page. The double page spread of Constantine doing his thing with all the magic
sigils
thing.
He suddenly becomes Doctor Strange.
No, really good issue again. So what are you rating it, Matt?
8.5. It's really, really good.
Connor?
I'm going high. I'm going 9.5 because I love it. It's so working for me.
I'm going with Matt. 8.5. 8.5.
Good.
I had to think about it, but 8.5. Real good. So, who's just to think we have 3 good Justice League books now? It's insane.